Okay, Nasai Minasan. Today we're gonna talk about Kamen Rider Gotchard episode 15. I know I am very late to the party. I have been busy, but I don't want to waste your guys' time anymore. Just jump straight into the plot point of this episode. Firstly, I think a lot of us need to ask the question is whether or not the episode sister are actually humans or not, because in this particular episode I realized that they actually mention quite a lot of time where they don't refer themselves as human, they refer a human as a lesser being and all those stuff. So it actually made me wonder whether or not all these three episode sisters are actually human or not, or maybe all these three episode sisters are actually Chemys in disguise. Okay, so there is a possibility that all these three sisters are actually Chemy Cards. Okay, there's a huge possibility that that could actually happen. We see Chemys having intelligence, the ability to think. We saw this in X-Wizard. She is able to speak the human language and all those stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me that much for us to actually realize at the end of the day that the three episode sister turns out to be Chemy Cards itself. Okay, because I just felt like the thing that Houtarou did by the end of this episode, where he actually chose to save Cloto from the death of Kamen Rider Gotchadriver itself, it really makes me wonder, like, hey, why did Houtarou did that? He did that to save people. He did that because he is a good person. He want to save, he want to reach out, and maybe unknowingly his action of saving Cloto is actually kind of like can also be viewed as an action where he is gonna befriend all the Chemys, including the Abyssal sister, something like that. So that is really fantastic for us to actually see. And we also get to see that in this episode, Houtarou turns out to be the Reiwa Kamen Rider Ichigo. So it really makes me like question a lot, like why would they actually do this to Kamen Rider Gotchard when in Kamen Rider Revised, we actually have the 50th anniversary for Kamen Rider Revised. But in Kamen Rider Gotchard, we have yet another kind of like a hard reboot of the kind of like the way how Kamen Rider should actually be done or something like that. I really love 01 concept. I think Kamen Rider 01 redefine what Kamen Rider should actually look like and how the story is actually gonna be played along, something like that. And in Kamen Rider Revised, the story, even though it is a very Reiwa story, and it is also a story where we actually get to see the Kamen Rider that is very Reiwa in Heisei generation best. So there's a little bit lacking in terms of the Showa celebration itself. But for Gotchard, I really felt like it is a kind of like a piece, a media that has been created to really celebrate like what Kamen Rider is all about back in the Showa era, back when Kamen Rider Ichigo is our main Kamen Rider. I think that is really amazing. I really love that they do the callback. They use the same sound effect where when Ichigo charge up his suit, the spinning wind turbine, something like that. But why do it on X-Rex? I'm not sure. Okay, maybe because like X-Rex mouth is kind of like on the belt itself, he's able to suck up all the wind or something like that. Maybe that is the reason why, something like that. But that is, I really love it. I kind of enjoy that as well in this episode. And yeah, I think it is really crazy for us to actually get to see that Houtarou is kind of like a typical shonen anime protagonist right now, because he believes in the power of the nakama, and the power of nakama is gonna help him to overcome any challenges, and it's gonna help him to make him go stronger when just like when he needs strength, and his nakama be like, you can do this, and then he's gonna get charged up, something like that. That is so typical shonen protagonist. But you know, all of us enjoy a little bit of those type of story, and I love it. Okay, I really love it. The next thing I think we need to talk about has to be Valvarat. Okay, because Valvarat in this episode, turns out he survived. Okay, like there is not a surprise at all that he survived the blast from Lakesi. No doubt about it at all. But he makes an appearance, and in this episode, it almost make you felt like Valvarat Spana is actually kind of like supporting Houtarou. It's like he got his respect and all those stuff. But I really felt like what they are actually trying to set up for Spana as a character is that they're trying to set up him to be jealous of the power of Houtarou itself, and that is gonna cause him to go to the dark side. That is gonna cause him to reach beyond the legal alchemy that has been authorized by the Alchemy Association. And then he's gonna look for the forbidden alchemy in order to get stronger and all those stuff. And that is how Lakisi is gonna, like hook him in, like tempt him into the dark side, something like that. So that is really, really subarashi if that is actually how the story actually gonna proceed. Because I really felt like turning Spana into kind of like a villain character, something like that, is gonna be very, very fun. But at the same time, I think it's also kind of predictable because of his color scheme. He wore purple jacket and all those stuff, and most of the time purple in Kamen Rider shows are being shown to be kind of like an evil rider or kind of like a bad guy, good guy, anti-hero kind of deal. So if they actually at the end of the day decided to do that, I think it is fine, but at the same time it's also kind of like predictable, something like that. So really, really fun stuff. Another thing I want to talk about regarding Astropos and the theory of the Abyssal Sitter becoming a kind of like a Chemy card, something like that, is when we actually get to see Rinne confronting Astropos in this episode, like, poor thing, oh, you are very lonely. And that is how Rinne actually defeated Astropos by calling her out or being kind of like a loner, becoming a bully. Like, why do you bully, you loner? Something like that. And that is how Rinne actually defeated Astropos, okay? So I think that is really, really interesting for us to actually get to see. But let's be serious a little bit and talk about what Astropos actually really felt. I think she really, really felt lonely. And we are not sure why is she feeling like that. Is it because, like, I actually have this theory back in episode 2 when I saw the storybook drawing of a three-eyed demon holding a cache where there are 3 little people inside the cache. I still believe that those 3 little people are actually the 3 Abyssal Sisters, and they are lonely. They felt like they have been abandoned by the people. No one actually came to save them, and they just, like, and now they actually came out here trying to take over the world, rule over the world using the Chemy. I think they just felt like a little bit of connection with the character itself. So that is gonna be really, really fun. But at the same time, the relationship between Astropos and Rinne is a little bit similar and less like a lesbian relationship compared to the relationship between Sakura and also Hana itself, okay? Because if you watch Kamen Rider Revives, when you look at the relationship between Hana and also Sakura, it's kind of like sus, like are they friends or more than friends, or are they like really good sisters, or are they something else, so you're not sure what type of relationship they actually have with one another. But if they actually continue, if they choose to proceed with what Astropos and Rinne actually relationship actually set up right now, and if they actually move forward, we might actually get to see that the relationship between Astropos and Rinne is gonna be one of a official sister bonding, something like that. Like, Rinne is gonna be very protective of Astropos, like take care of her and all those stuff. And obviously, in order for us to see that, Astropos would need to be released. She need to be free from the dark side, something like that. And we might actually get to see that sooner than we thought, because in the next episode we are actually gonna meet Cleon-sama already. So that is really, really fast, not gonna lie. Episode 15, and we are already seeing kind of like the so-called final boss of the series making an appearance, summoning a Malgam, something like that. Hopefully we are actually gonna see the 3 Abyssal Sisters has a little bit of stir in their relationship. I really want to see some of them get good, or even all of them get good, okay? I felt like the possibility for Kloto to get good and also even Lakeshi to be good, I feel like it's very, very hard. But for Astropos, there is still a chance for her to be good because of what happened in this episode. So that is really, really amazing. Okay, so lastly, before I end the video, I just want to talk about a few interesting things that I noticed when I watched this episode. Firstly, the episode looks really beautiful. The lighting is on point. I love it. Even the special effect, I feel like in this episode they really up a notch on this special effect episode. And the next thing is Minato actually choose to allow Sawa and the father to retain the memory of X-Rex during the Christmas. I'm not sure whether or not he's gonna take away their memory after Christmas or not, but I think there is a very, very nice touch for the character of Minato, because all this while we don't actually get to see him really becoming a kind of like a teacher or something like that, and we always see him getting his ass handed to him by the three Abyssal sister. So I think it's really, really nice for him to actually do something that he can actually do in his power to make the plot a little bit more sweeter, something like that. So that is something I really, really love. And they are also teasing a lot on the father of Houtarou itself. And I'm not sure, man, like if this is how the story is gonna proceed moving forward, I really feel like Glion might actually be the father of Houtarou, because we know in the Showa era of Kamen Rider, the fathers are all scumbags and all. There's not one father in Showa era Kamen Rider is a good father. Okay, so I really felt like that they are actually leading to that, and that's why they keep actually talking about like, hey, like the father, hopefully we get to celebrate with you next year and all the stuff, blah blah blah. They are introducing the father, like getting ready for it. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it from me regarding Kamen Rider Gotchard episode 15. Is a very, very fun episode, like I said. And yeah, I just want to thank all of you guys who actually watched this video, even though tomorrow you are gonna watch episode 16 already. So this video is like very, very late to the party, and I'm glad that some of you guys still choose to finish the video. And for that, I just want to ask you to comment the word Merry Christmas in the comment section below. Okay, so yeah, Merry Christmas everyone. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I wish you a fantastic Christmas. Goodbye.